The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Here's Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First down.
They run it with Jacobs. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Mahomes. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 10, Washington nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard.
He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Complete out wide. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, they go with Jacobs again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Marcus Green on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. But it's going to be 2nd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On first down, Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Carson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back to throw here. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
10 at the 11-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Virgil Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Back to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. Caught right side, take. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Eagles.
Now here's Mahomes. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Philadelphia.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Recovered by Washington.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
3rd down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Dominated, boys. Dominated.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's get this comeback. No way. I can't believe this. Losing money on this game. Hello.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
And they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
The score, Eagles 23, Washington 6.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Devon Kennard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He may try and... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. 7-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him, so a really good...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3
Filet,
times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think, with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a give to Jacobs running right. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20.
That's just the start, baby!
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run free, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56.
Here's Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm trying to take it to them.
What's up, guys? Get in there.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Well, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 15-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. Let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes Mahomes going to throw it here. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Eagles first down.
And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.